Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Ask the Accountant, a weekly episode, a weekly podcast. We've already messed this up, haven't we? That's all. That's not. We've got.
Told you to put the Baileys out of your coffee. Just like Baileys and coffee's fine, but not until we've done the show.
Yeah, 8:30 in the morning. Hello, and welcome to the Ask the Accountant, part of the Ask the Accountant Network, a podcast network for accountants and bookkeepers supported by our Patreon community. That's going to be launching in a couple of weeks' time. Can't wait for that one. And a shout out to, and if you want to be a shout out to our coolest listeners, then make sure you get involved in that Patreon community. And this time next week, the week after, we'll be talking about you on this very show. If you'd like to join as a supporter, please visit that Patreon area and go from there. And you'll see bonus content, which we've already recorded for November. December, so to say. And December itself was our Ask the Accountant bonus show related to all things that was swag related. And I generally thought that was a really, really good show. What was your opinion on it, Jan?
I think there's some terrible judgments, some terrible choices, but it was an entertaining hour of my life.
I mean, that's what happened when you let the community help judge, right?
QuickBooks doormats win prizes.
It was a very, very good show. If you want to watch it, make sure you go to the Ask the Accountant Network area, go through from there and all that sort of stuff, and you'll be able to watch it, blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, let's get on with the show because we've got loads to talk about. And first of all, we need to ask our wonderful co-host, Johann. Johann, how has your week/weekend been? Talk us through it.
Week was fairly hectic, just trying to get everything tied up and loose ends sorted. Technically finished work on Friday evening, which was nice. Promptly sat down on Saturday morning, read an entire book, wrote ideas for blogs, and then spent most of yesterday writing blogs for the On Point website. So yeah, I'm obviously in holiday mode because I'm normally awake around 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. I'm just naturally waking up at the moment, and I can't shut off until about midnight, whereas during work week, 9:30, I'm struggling to stay awake on the sofa. So, it's holiday mode has kicked in my head, that is for sure. Productivity has gone through the roof. But I did it all while having a beer on the sofa, so I'm quite happy.
Oh, nice. That's good to hear.
How was yours?
Yeah, really, really hectic. We were so close to getting, the announcement that I wanted to make over the line. So I'm really, really hopeful that's going to go either today or tomorrow. So keep an eye on. So sure, just wait till next week, whichever we talk about it. But I also went to see an interesting band last night, which I go every year, so it's not really much of a surprise. See, this time every single year. Can you remember what band I go see?
No, it's a tribute band, isn't it? It's a tribute
so
to
you
the Killers.
The K with an F.
The Fillers.
Fillers, yeah. So I went to see the Fillers last night. Absolutely brilliant, as always. Fantastic. So, yeah, it was good. I'm off to Leeds later on today, so we've got a nice little drive to keep us going and everything else. So it's all good fun. All right, well, we wouldn't be anywhere without our amazing community. And 8:30 on the dot, first person to turn up, obviously, is Cheryl. Good morning, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to everyone. Good morning to you, Cheryl. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to yourself. Happy New Year. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone else. Kirsty St. John says, good morning, everyone. 3 sleeps to go. 2 for me as I'm hosting Xmas Eve. Oh, that'll be fun. Do you make Xmas Eve as big as, or Christmas Eve as big as Christmas? Because then, in our household, Christmas Eve is almost just as big. It's madness. Sue Green says, good morning, all. Merry Christmas. Good morning to you, Sue. Hope you are doing well. Mahul says, good morning, everyone, from wet London. Oh, no, it's not wet, is it? Oh, to be fair, it's wet here as well. So, yeah, should know that. Suzanne Sisu Bookkeeping says, morning, all. Good morning to you, Susanna. Morning, Merry Christmas follows up with Sue Green. So good morning and Merry Christmas to you too. AIM GB Accountant 6146 says, good morning and happy Christmas. Good morning to you too, sir, and very happy Christmas. Clive Hand, the QuickBooks Accountant, says, good morning. Good morning to you all the way from Ireland. Paul Ingram -ABS says, good morning, happy Christmas. Paul Whitehouse says, morning and season's greeting to you, or season's greeting to yourself as well, and to Paul. Susanna Wellham says, good morning to you, Susanna. I hope you're doing well. Catherine Friendman says, hello. So hello to you too. Juliet McKenna, T9F says, morning all. Lisa Mullard says, good morning. Shovel Stone says, I don't finish until Wednesday. Isn't that Christmas Day? No, it's Christmas Eve, right? Yeah, Christmas Eve. But when I'm not back, then I'm not back until the 5th of January. I'll be doing some work, but nothing client facing. Oh, lovely to hear that, show. Oh, nice one. And then Kirsty saying, yep, because won't see my sister on Christmas Day and my son has to be back to his dad's. Oh, love that. Well, hopefully you're going to enjoy Christmas Eve as much as Christmas itself. Awesome. All right, Johan, let's get on with some news because we've got lots and lots of news to go through. So, first of all, I've saved
surprisingly
Christmas.
large amount
for saying that we're about to break up. Yeah. It's like they know to keep us fed during this time. They know, oh, they're looking a bit lean over at the Ask the Accountant world. Let's feed them up. Let's plump them up for Christmas is what it looks like to me. All right, so Xero has solved your last minute gift issues and things. So I'm sure all of you are out there going, oh no, I forgot to get my present for my team. You know, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? What is the way forward? And making sure that we keep our staff happy. Well, don't you worry about it because Xero have come along and they've saved Christmas. They sent me an email, or they've sent us all an email, and it says, forget socks, get Xerocon tickets for your team gift this holiday. So when I got this email, the first thing I did was I went over to Xero, logged myself in, had to remember the password and all that sort of stuff, but got through all that in the end. It's fine, got there. Went over to Jax, went straight to Jax, says, just out of curiosity, how much are Christmas socks or socks this year? Funnily enough, came back with around about £3.80, which I thought £3.80 was an odd figure to come out at, but that's what Jack says. So, you know, if Jack says it, must be right.
I suppose if you're getting a pair of socks and they normally come in a multi-pack, £3.80 is probably the equivalent of a pair of socks.
Yeah. Actually, that's good logic. So, yeah, Jack's is working well in that respect. Like that. Okay. So expectation then for a Xerocon London ticket will be around about £3.80. That's fair to say, is it not?
Theoretically, I think you're missing a zero. I think the decimal place is in the wrong place.
Yeah. And to be fair, if you go in early, you can get it for £100 less than that. It's only £280 if you go in now, as opposed to £400 it'll be if you don't get it now. In fact, that might have already been gone. I might be lying to you there. That deal might have already finished. But anyway, so anyone out there who is thinking about setting up or getting presents for their staff members, don't you worry about it. Xero have you covered. Get themselves a Xerocon ticket. The gift that keeps on giving, I like to say. What is that what you've got your team? Yeah, this is the whole on-point accounting. Getting ready for Xerocon. Now you've converted and all that.
Yeah, no. What I did was I left my ops manager in charge because it's organised fun, so I don't get involved in this malarkey. I had meetings to attend, things like that. So I left my ops manager Jade in charge. I gave her a budget. She spent the budget. To be fair, she didn't go over budget. She spent the budget. And they all had an
exact penny.
Yeah. They all had a organised online, because everyone works from home. So they had an organised fun online quiz, team quiz, Christmas quiz type thing where everyone walked away with prizes. Like an air fryer.
Nice.
Or a set of saucepans or gym equipment. Like, I don't know where she found this organisation, but the team were loving it. So yeah, no, that's what we did for Christmas. We didn't buy Xero.
That's like Price is Right or something that you you know what I mean?
When I was expecting the prizes to be a bit rubbish, if I'm honest. But when they were like saying, "Oh, we got this and I got that, and so and so got this," it's like, what have I paid for?
It's the guy who got the speedboat. It's like, what do I do with this? What am I going to do with this speedboat?
Slap bang in the middle of England.
Obviously, I'm getting my team Zero Con tickets because when they're, the price for socks, they can't go wrong, can you? I mean, come on, Zero. Do we want to be comparing your Premier event to the cost of socks? Is that really the message you want to get out there? I mean,
but they're good quality socks.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, at that price, it'd have to be.
Hopefully, when you get your swag, hopefully there will be some Zero socks in there, and you're getting it as well, right?
Straight on eBay at that price, £400 a go, straight on eBay.
Yeah, exactly. Mahul says I would be working until Wednesday afternoon and then long break off 1 week for Thursday. Nice one, love that here. Stephanie Marshall 7791 is also here. She's driving, so enjoy that drive. And more to bookkeeping says good morning, better late than never. Welcome, you're always welcome here. More to bookkeeping. Catherine Freeman 7006. I didn't get a sock email. How rude. You have to be a very important part of the Zero community to get a sock email, apparently. So, or is it they just aiming at the people that they think, we need to convert those guys? Let's forget socks, get Zero Con tickets for your team gift this holiday. So yeah, interesting though. It's at Olympia this time around, which I think that's actually a real. I approve that because we've got too much going on in the Excel this time around. Yeah. We've got the Premier Accountex London, and then we've got the digital accounting show there as well. I think if we also had Zero Con there, it would just get a bit stale, right? So fair play to him. Get to Olympia London. I think that's a first event in the accounting industry we've had over there, so that could be a nice little change, right?
Yeah, definitely. Be nice to see a different venue. Not that I'll be going at those prices, but
the price of a sock, £3.80. You'll be fine. Catherine says, insulting. Yeah, go talk to your BDM manager about that. Let's explain. Hey, where's my sock email? Brilliant. So there we are. Christmas is saved thanks to Zero. Speaking of Christmas being saved, Christmas for Go Cardless shareholders have been saved.
They're having a particularly good Christmas.
Very much having a good Christmas, yeah. Go Cardless has sales for £1.1 billion. What country of origin is the? Is
Dutch.
it? It's Dutch, is it? Yeah, Dutch. To the Dutch company. Is this good news or bad news? I mean, they haven't said yet what's happening with the brand. So are they just going to discontinue the brand? Are they going to keep the brand on? That'd be kind of important to know right at this point. But I'd imagine that this is good news for them. Question marks for anyone using them. What do you think?
As you know, I'm a born again convert from Go Cardless to Adfin. And the more I look at Go Cardless, the more annoyed I am that people like Adfin weren't around challenging Go Cardless years ago.
Yeah.
Because they were just capitalizing on their lack of competition. They didn't feel the need to be competitive or innovative or affordable.
Just to be completely transparent, though, in comparison to what we had before.
Oh, they were.
Yeah. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's stagnated from that, right?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens it's a spectator's sport for me. So, see what happens.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, I can't imagine it getting better. So, yeah, let's see what happens with it. We've been saying for a long time that it looked like they were trying to get themselves ready to sell and to exit. So I'm not surprised by this news at all.
Is it though? Is it a worry from a partnership perspective? Because they've built their reputation in my eyes, like my brand awareness of them, the way that I interact with them, the reason I use them is because of their strong brand with QuickBooks, right? And Free Agent and Zero, right? That's where, for me, I've seen them raise above, and that's why I've seen them, innovate for that part of you, because we never had a direct debit solution that could integrate with your accounting solution before this, right? Like that wasn't a thing before Go Cardless turned up. But isn't this a bit of a worry to those partnerships that were happening there? Because who's to say these partnerships are going to carry on when we've got now competition in the things like Adfin, like, you know, those sort of solutions there? Isn't this...
I mean, Go Cardless are having to work for their money now, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not, if you want something decent, come to us or get nothing. There is genuine competition in the market now. I mean, I would argue Go Cardless now need to bring in card payments. They need to bring in, like, they need to evolve their product because it's not really evolved in a while. But if they've got private equity behind them, which they have now, can they just flash the cash to certain softwares that they want to be partnered with and go, look, we'll give you this as a commercial deal so we keep our brand in your product type thing?
If they keep the brand. I mean,
this
is where, I my question marks come is, what of the company bought? Have they bought the tech, the brand?
A very long customer list.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what we all think, what we have to remember with Go Cardless is they're bigger than the UK, and
100%.
They are bigger than the accounting industry. We just know them in our industry, in our echo chamber. So regardless of how much damage is done to them by other payment providers in the accounting industry, like, it's like attacking their little toe. It's not going to damage them greatly in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. The only thing I could hope for is if they are, you know, having to justify partnerships and everything else now they've been bought out, because surely that's got to trigger some sort of release clause or some sort of renegotiation or something, right? If you've just been bought out, then you'd imagine or hope that the partnership agreement is, okay, we'll set it in stone for this for X amount of years, but if anything changes, we get a chance to renegotiate. Yeah, let's hope so. And I'm hoping that's the case, because what we need from them is we need them to do more, especially in the QuickBooks world. I think for the Xero world, it's always been fine, hasn't it? It's like they, you know, and you get nice features in the Xero one, right? Where you add a new customer and it'll automatically send out the direct debit mandate. Like that's part and parcel. They've had that for years. In QuickBooks world, we've never had that. I don't know what it's like in the free agent world. I don't know if you get that sort of extra functionality or not.
Yeah.
But the QuickBooks world is very much, they built it as like their first integration, and they've not touched it since. Like we've literally had zero.
If anything, it's got worse because they brought in things like, oh well, if a claim doesn't come in, then if a payment doesn't come in, then we're going to charge you £4, and that's going to break our journaling with QuickBooks. And we've not done anything about that in years.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I can only hope and I can only pray that this is a wake up call, and it's like, oh, okay, let's figure out how we can make this integration better, work better, or whatever it's going to be. Because I fear that if they don't, then they will be left behind, right? They've already been shown that there are newer solutions, tidier solutions that are coming through, and are doing better. Let's be honest. Let's be frank about it. Like they're offering WhatsApp, they're offering debt collection solutions, they're offering, you know, the pay now button, as you were saying that, right? Like there's more to it. So yeah, let's hope so. And they've been at more events as well that Adfin have, right? Like in the accounting industry, they're focused on it. They've been there, they've done that, they've seen our pain points. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, 100%. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that this is, because we want that, right? We want Go Cardless to have to go from strength to strength, because then, as we always say, like we have people battling it out, then we're going to, us, the end consumer, is going to win. And at the moment, doesn't feel like it's a fair battle. It feels like there's just one's brought a sword and one's brought a gun. You know what I mean? Like it's like which one's going to go forward? But you know, but they've always got that partnership, and I think that partnership's what keeps them going. So they need to double down on those partnerships, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Mahul says, I would attend QuickBooks Connect on the 5th of March for his first event of 2026. Lovely. Yeah, that'd be good fun.
Didn't even know it was happening. Right. Has there been communication about this? Although I'm on the blacklist, don't I? I don't get told about
to select partners. You know, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
me and Mahul's got.
I'm not even an elite person anymore. I'm down to 93 clients on QuickBooks. And
if I'm completely honest, you don't deserve to come then. Let's be frank about it. Yeah.
Right. Just shows
get
how
yourself some
far
socks
down the priority list QuickBooks is for my firm now.
Yeah. Is Engager Labs happening in 2026? Asked Mahul.
So Engager Labs, I mean, there's no pleasing some people, is there? We just did bloody Fusion. So Engager Labs, it may come back, it may not, but ultimately we've got Fusion as a brand which both products will be delivering. There's discussions at the moment about what Fusion will be next year. We'd love to do a big Fusion event every year. We'd love to take it on tour as well and do mini Fusion events and stuff. So watch this space, basically. But Fusion will probably be the brand you'll see happening because it'll be delivered by TaxCalc and Engager.
Nice. Okay, that'll be good. I mean, it's a shame it was a good start to the year, wasn't it? Engager Labs last year. That was a lovely start. We'll see.
It's bloody hard work organising an event in February with Christmas break, New Year break, and everything else. So
you just rocked up.
I just rocked up. I had it really easy. But poor old Ash and Andy.
I know. I saw. You could see the stress in Ash's eyes. Steph says, "I didn't know it was happening either." I think that's a you issue there, Steph.
You weren't invited.
Get better.
They tried inviting you once. You didn't convert. That's it. You're out.
Yeah, exactly. Mahul Dave says, "Thank you very much. No problem, sir. No problem." Right. Okay. Let's just do the next one, which is Float follows other cash flow tools, encourage borrowing via its new partnership with Trivia. You found this story, Johann. Tell us the details.
Yeah, I mean, I just have real issues with these kind of partnerships, ethically, I think, and morally. So, fair play to Float. They do a cash flow tool. They're great. They like best in class for like a 13-week cash flow tool, etc. We use it for several of our clients, no issues with the tech whatsoever. But they've now integrated, they've now partnered with Triva or Trivia, whatever they're called, which is a lending broker, basically.
Yeah.
And now, if you turn it on, I assume you have to turn it on. I've just seen screenshots. I've not seen it in products yet. Where you've got a dip in your cash flow, they'll go, "Oh, if you borrowed money, we could do this." And I think like QuickBooks have done something similar with VAT refunds, and several others have gone down this route. And I just sit there thinking, is this ethical for me to advise clients to take out what could be quite expensive lending? Or is there better options out there that we should be looking at, like cost control, push on sales, etc.? It all smells like payday loans to me. I've said this on this channel many, many times. As accountants and bookkeepers, should we be encouraging people to get into debt or further debt? That's a choice each person's got to make personally, or each firm's got to decide on their direction. I just don't like it appearing in product in front of our clients without any control from us. Because the next thing we know, the client's taken out that loan at quite a high rate because it's been recommended by a software, which they've been told to trust by us.
Yeah.
When actually, if they shopped around, they might have got better rates, they might have got better terms. And actually, it's a bit of a gateway into more and more debt.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think it's that ethical, moral. That's the bit that we're struggling with, right? I think the tech side of it, really clever. Like, let's give indications that your client's going to hit some financial difficulty. They've taken on too much borrowing or the gearing or whatever it's going to be, like whatever the reason is that this particular project's going to whitewash them or whatever it's like, if we can have tech that can forecast that for us before the problem happens and give them the runway to go, look, if you're not careful, this is where you're going to have an issue. 100%. Let's get right behind that, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. I think it's that. It's almost making it too simplistic to get it. And this bit I'm less worried about, because I feel like there must be a reason why they're dipping, right? That, as in, I think the trigger of this is something we 100% need to get behind. And I think giving them an option, okay, that's fine, but it should only be an, and I think that's where maybe the education from us as the accountants and bookkeepers and advisors should come from. Like, if this product is giving you this trigger and giving you an option, then use that as your baseline, but let's go talk to a lending broker and try and find out if there's better rates for you, right? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, right? We won't know until we look at the market. I think if we can educate the clients that one, I feel like it's a win-win for everyone. But back to your bit about the VAT, that's the bit where I just don't have any like empathy with or I don't see any positivity around, right? Like, that is literally looking at a company that is more than likely financially struggling. And we're just, like you said, it's that payday loan. It's like, you know, trying to dig them under, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I can't find any benefit from. So it seems like this is a story that's not going to go away. We're going to get this more and more often. I've seen
as a revenue stream.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But I don't
commercial agreements with partners, right?
Revenue stream it actually is.
It's a commercial agreement with partners, though, isn't it? It's like, obviously Float and Trivia aren't doing this as goodwill. Like, there's going to be some sort of partnership agreement, whatever that is, that's up to them. And fair enough. Like, they're a business end of the day, they've got to make money, blah, 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 blah. But is this the right way to make the money? Like, is this the right way of doing it? And especially back to that argument about chasing for VAT, refunds paid early, like that. Yes, that's a commercial agreement, but I don't see anyone benefiting from that, really.
Like, we always, like, people used to say, oh, just get an overdraft. But once you're in that overdraft, you don't get out of it very quickly, if at all. Like, whether we look at it from a personal point of view or a business point of view, once you're in an overdraft, you tend to end up living in there and incurring a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
And these cash flow loans, these payday loans, this VAT loan stuff, I just really worry that we're advising our clients into a spiral, which they'll all lose control of. Because actually, yes, it fixes the problem immediately, but the underlying problem of money management hasn't been fixed by doing this, and it's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah. I mean, there are certain situations where a good financing deal can, be a massive benefit to clients, right? But it's different for a good financing deal to, let's just take something because we
borrowing money to acquire a business, or borrowing money to buy assets to spin off new lines of services or whatever it is. Completely fine with that.
Yeah,
because there's a business plan behind it. It's thought through. Plugging a hole, which has probably been created by mismanagement in the first place, it's only going to make the problem worse.
Yeah, 100%. Catherine Frimman says fluidly did it, didn't they? And we never heard of that again. Yeah, it's like, I think it's still in the product, isn't it? It's just one of those ones where it doesn't get talked about, does it, at all?
No, not at all.
Some of my clients will go into debt, but their real problem is how they are spending their money. Exactly right. Yeah. And maybe that's where these tools should be really focusing on. It's not you're about to go in debt. It's how did that happen? What can we do to change it? Like, that's where AI should be able to come and give us some form of helping hand, right? Like, A, spotting the problem in the first place, and B, trying to find trends that got us to that issue. That's where we really should be focusing these reporting tools and for cash flow forecasting tools and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's actually use these tools to educate and teach better money management rather than reward, in effect, poor money management by getting them out of the problem quick and easy and then realizing they're going to just need another loan now to clear off that one, and it just spirals.
Yeah, 100%. Paul Whitehouse says at Cherry Accounts, it's a shame invoice financing is so expensive. I have lots of clients that are profitable but are stuck waiting on customers to pay. Yeah, exactly. And that's where the next lot of AI-esque and, you know, whatever the term is going to be, but that's where they're going to be targeting next, isn't it? We've got the let's do your quick cash flow thing, but now it's going to be, well, we know your debtor list, we know who's abide, who's not, who's everything else. It's going to have all that analytical beautifulness, and they're going to offer these payments, these financing systems directly in the product. I mean, what's to stop it? I think you can add it to some of them already, but what's to stop it being actually in the product at QuickBooks, Xero, Free Agent, whatever it's going to be? Like at invoice level, you send an invoice off and you could have a little shiny button that says get paid instantly. Like that is something that will definitely be around in certain times. And we've got to make sure that that's a commercially viable term for our clients, right? And we've got to make sure they know and understand and figure out all the risks and everything else that comes with it. My fear is that they could make that super easy for clients just to be clicking like a sweetie in a jar, right? Like, and they can just be collecting this money and having it from there. So, yeah, fingers crossed that if and when, and it sounds like it's going to be a when that comes along, that it is done in a ethical manner. But I don't think we've seen that so far. That's the problem, isn't it?
No one's ever launched, look, here's a lending solution, but also here's a money management education system to help train our users to be better at managing their money.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that. No, they've just gone, oh, there's a commercial opportunity here to get X amount of pence in the pound by lending to our captive audience.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Yeah. And it's one of those things, right? Like, I have lots of clients that are profitable but are stuck waiting on customers to pay. It should be the government that are stepping in and helping this. And I know they're trying to, and there's these initiatives coming along, and e-invoicing is supposed to help, blah, 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 blah. Blockchain and all that sort of stuff, right? Yeah, there's going to be ways in the future that hopefully could do it, but that's almost too little too late for a lot of our clients, right? They need that. They should already have that support now, right? And that support should already be here. And it just feels like we're fighting and we're shouting into a void when really this shouldn't be an issue. You know, lots of clients but stuck waiting on customers to pay. Most of those are these big corporate entities who have got ridiculous payment terms that they've secured, because what do? They leverage money from A to B and they make money on it, and it's just, you know, it's bad practicing, isn't it? It's a bad thing. And you know, there's two ways you can look at it. Maybe it's a case of bad education as well. Maybe we should be educating our clients to be more aggressive and tell them, no, we will not accept those payment terms. But sometimes they don't get a choice in the matter, do they? They get taken for a ride. They're the little fish in a big pond. Yeah. What else can they do to it, sort of scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, it's wait and see. I mean, Float might launch a money management education system with it, and that would be a positive coming out of this. But yeah, believe it when I see it, because there's no money to be made in that, is there?
Well, exactly right. Exactly right. That's what makes the world goes round. And Marcus Basin Bats. Oh, let's just say Marcus Batson. I miss the positive ATA Mondays. When was it positive? I feel I could take quite offence at that.
If these software vendors weren't out to try and cause us headaches, then it would be more positive. Like, you know, instead of launching a partnership with a lender, which could put our clients at financial risk, launch a new feature like a money management system, and we'll be at the top of the roof shouting about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We need the positivity in the industry and the news to be able to be positive.
Yeah, yeah. And if like in Marcus's case, like in fact, we would have so much more positivity about, say, the company house fiasco if company house had did their job right and gave APIs and was giving us cool tools to be able to talk and chat about. But no, all we got to talk about is the fact that we're having problems and issues and pain and everything else that comes with it.
And when we are positive about things, we're told we must be sponsored and corrupt. So we can't win as hosts.
Or we talk too much about AI.
Yeah, we look at the positivity and benefit of AI. Oh, you talk about AI too much.
Exactly. Oh, this next topic gets me. This is positive topic. I'm sure it is. Morrison's.
HMRC it bloody was.
Morrison's have got themselves into hot water. Basically, they have gone through a tribunal. Hot what?
Hot broth, chicken broth.
Chicken broth. I see where you're going.
Or in a hot oven.
Yeah. It's a slight pass for me. Look, they have got themselves into hot broth, water, whatever you want to call it, because they have been very naughty in the way that they've been accounting for their hot chicken sales. Now, what's happened here, just to give you a bit of a background, they weren't putting the 20% VAT on their hot chicken when they were doing their rotisserie chicken. It went to court, went back and forth, problems after problems. It went, I think, basically has been settled that £17 million has to be paid over to HMRC in respect to this. Now, I got 2 points on this one. First of all, 17 million doesn't sound like a lot. Am I being dafty? That doesn't seem like a lot.
Sales aren't quite as high as we think they are.
Yeah, I'm not wrong in thinking that, right? This feels like it should be, unless they've kind of come to
I think there'll be
an agreement. You know, the liabilities X.
Very expensive barristers to settle this.
Yeah. Because I think the 20% VAT on their chicken sales, would it be more than that? I don't know. I don't know enough about the industry of Morrison's, but it just feels like there's not enough there with penalties and all that sort of stuff that should have been added on and everything else, right? It just doesn't feel like there's not there. And my other one is my smugness here, because my very first client was who I used to work for, the Meatloaf in Spondon, which is a butcher's. So I used to be a butcher. And even I'm talking the most primitive of solutions and software. Like, he was tight. He wouldn't pay for a fancy EPOS system or anything like that. Like, we literally had, you know, the program where we're having that old till where you press the button and it'll like almost bite you sort of thing. I forget what the old program was called.
No, it's not. Open all hours.
Open all hours. That's it. Yeah. We basically had that till, right? Like that. And he was the spitting image of it was very much like I was living in that sitcom, right? But even we were able to get it right, like get the VAT on there, because we did roasted chickens at our butchers. So we were able to get that right and, get it over to them and get it sorted. And, with our primitive and, me fresh-faced accountant, learning double entry at that point, right, was understanding how to account for it at that point. So if we were able to understand it, how are Morrison's and alike not getting this right? Like, what are we missing, right? Like, what's going on?
Our interpretation of this clause means, whilst other food that we have cooked incurs VAT because we've added a service, we've heated the product, cooking the chicken doesn't count. Someone in a large, big, I assume top 4 accounting firm, Tim Four Hat, I don't know, has obviously advised them going, no. Rotisserie chicken, not vatable. Don't worry about that, lads. We've got an interpretation of that rule. And years later, that's come back to bite them.
I mean, I would argue, I would think it's more their internal team have done it. Their internal team.
Should their audit team not have picked up on it as part of their annual audits?
Does audit go into that sort of level? We don't know, right? Like, is it down to that minute every sale? It should be. I know it should be. Like, in realistic terms, has anyone got capacity to go through every invoice and every bill? And you know what I mean? Like, yes, there should be controls in place. And #audit Amy's probably sat there absolutely spitting a coffee out at this point, and of course we would have found that. But in reality, like, would it really get picked up like that? That seems like a big ask, right?
It feels like a basic AI function to me. Like, AI goes through all the products, looks at all the VAT rates that's been charged on the products in the Morrison directory of products, and goes, excuse me, not sure what clauses you're looking at here, but this should be vatable.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
the next question then is, how did this come to HMRC's attention? Did
Whistleblower.
someone at HMRC go out for lunch, get a rotisserie chicken, go, they've not charged me VAT? Oh,
Spat it out.
excuse me, boss. I found a way to get the Christmas bonuses paid.
Yeah, we got the Christmas party sorted this year. Yeah. I mean, it's just frustrating, isn't it? Like, I mean, what it also does highlight is just how stupidly complicated our VAT system is. Why have we got it this simple, right? This complicated, should I say? Like, why do we have to go down it? Remember, I know they've simplified it now, but it used to be, well, if you took that hot food and you took it away, then it was 1%. If you ate it on premises, it was another percentage. But if you let it cool down and then take it there, then it's another percent. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why have we got so much complication around it? Like, at the end of the day, have we provided a service to cook this chicken, yay or nay? Okay, yes, we have. Well, stick 20% on it. Or it's 0% because it's food,
I mean,
and it's
to be fair, they do damage the chicken, and like they dry it out at such a level that it's not really a service anymore. It's more of a
cooking
punishment.
in inverted commas. Is that
dehydrated chicken?
Yeah, I mean, it just frustrates me on both hands, right? Like, one, why is it so complicated? But B, like, come on, like, these organizations, they need to be able to. I think sometimes they just need to admit they need to ask the
Uber's argument that, well, they're all self-employed drivers. They've each got their own VAT threshold. I can understand that confusion, and Airbnb and stuff like that going through tribunals and stuff to work out actually where does the law lie with these. But a rotisserie chicken from Morrison's,
yeah,
come on.
But that doesn't make it easy for us as the consumer, though, because we'll go to one Uber drive and it'll be with that, and we'll go to another, it won't be with that, or we'll go to one Airbnb, it isn't. As business owner, we've got to be checking each one, or we've got to use AI to check each one, and like suddenly there's confusion there. Like it creates an unfair playing ground for the Uber drivers out there and the Airbnb drivers, right? Like, why don't we just say, look, it's one big franchise, that's vatable. And if you as the Uber driver aren't vatable anymore, then you either add your VAT or you don't add your VAT onto your final income that comes through. I just feel like we overcomplicate it for the fact of overcomplicating it. And we've gone through this massive, tribunal and all this and the other. And it's like, come on, this should have been straightforward. This should have been black and white. And either Morrison's had, interpreted that black and white right or wrong. And if they got it wrong and it was black and white, then yeah, throw the book at them. They absolutely deserve it. But when it's been, you can kind of understand both sides on this one, right? Like it was a grey area, and unfortunately they fell foul of the wrong grey area. But yeah, but they should have, maybe they should have taken advice off someone who actually knew about it, right? Like that should have been where this stands.
Yeah.
Comments. What's got over here? Paul says, is it blind processing? Someone saying it's a supermarket, they don't cook food, they sell it. Is that their argument?
No.
Do you reckon?
When did that person last go into a supermarket? Like, no, that doesn't. No, that's just not a viable excuse.
Well, it definitely didn't work if that was their argument, because they got £17 million fine. So, do you not think that sometimes in big companies like that, they just don't care to go into that much detail? Yeah, there's a part of that, isn't there? But then they have so many intelligent people working for them and everything else. Maybe they just stretch too thin, and maybe they just don't have the chance to do it, right?
£17 million. I mean, what's that? A fraction of what they're going to take through the tills over the next 4 days with Christmas period. So maybe they'd have done a risk analysis going, well, if we get away with it, it's 20% cheaper than everyone else, and we can advertise that.
Yeah.
If we don't get away with it, what's it going to cost us? We've got some really good barristers. Let's ring fence 25 million for it and give the barristers a bit of a bonus for everything they get under it.
Yeah.
I think that is probably the mentality. They'd have risk assessed it and gone, sod it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Fair play. Catherine said,
Morrisons are using accountants and bookkeepers that are as old as their clientele, and they still think it was VAT free, and they haven't kept up with the rules. Also possible.
Catherine Frimman says they should, but I do wonder. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Paul Whitehouse says the VAT triangle of taxi fares has been an issue for years. Yeah, and it won't go away. And all it does is make it confusing for the end consumer, let alone the the accountants, the bookkeepers, and the taxi drivers themselves. And yes, Catherine loves your little pun there. A foul. There we are. Well, Christmas was saved by Zero, now ruined by Morrison. So what can we say? They've ruined Christmas for us all by not putting 20% VAT on our chicken. Okay, cool. All right, final bit of the day then. Why have you deleted that?
I don't know. Press the button. Sorry.
It's fine. Okay, we're going to defend and discuss something that's happened in the world of and back to, are we doing positivity here? I'll let you be the judge of that, Marcus. So, good friend Stu over at Free Agent has a big rant going on at this point in time, and we completely get behind him on this one, right? Have you seen the news about the recent rollout of all the shiny new AI bank reconciliation features? It learns, it remembers, it suggests postings. People are calling it the future. Meanwhile, at Free Agent, they shipped this exact capability in 2017 of all places. And back in my day. Yeah. Speaking of which, when it was 20% VAT on the watch, I bet Free Agent got it right when they were able to put that in, have benefited from the accounting grade accuracy ever since. Yeah. So it's a good, the sentiment behind this, we fully get behind. They have been, putting out this AI, and we're going to use our inverted commas here, AI features for a long time, since 2017, and go through from there. Before I go into the but, what's your thought on that statement? Because it is true, right? Like Free Agent have every right to be sat there a bit smug.
Oh, are the others just rebranding what they already had by using marketing gimmicks of AI? That I think that's my biggest frustration in all of this, is we're having to repackage everything. Like, actually going, oh well, you've put this receipt to the following category for the last 3 times, so we've assumed it's going there for you to press match. We've had that for years and years. That's not AI. We're just rebranding it as AI now because we want to be seen hip with all the marketing people. Free Agent haven't fallen down that trap. They've not gone, well, we'll call it AI now. My biggest issue is terminology here. And this is what gets you into trouble with the Zero crowd quite a lot. And that is marketing speak, or marketing people using the terminology wrong. So Zero says, we've got auto reconciling. No. When we were taught at school and college and universities, reconciling is taking a evidence and matching it to what we have in our books. So bank statement, books. That's a reconciling. What Zero, QuickBooks, etc., and even Stu in his post, he used the word reconciliation, right? No. What they are actually talking about is processing bank transactions. Like, they're not talking about reconciliation, because reconciling is taking an evidence and making sure it matches what we have in our books. That's reconciling. But the marketing less able people are classing that as, oh, look at our AI reconciliation tool, which then gets you upset. It gets Zero users upset. Free Agent is sat there all smug going, well, this is all stuff we've been doing for bloody years. But none of this would have happened, none of this confusion and anger would have happened if we used the right terminology in our marketing. So if QuickBooks Zero, we're going, yeah, we do transaction matching, transaction suggestions, using AI. If you've got to be needy and be seen as trying to be hip, like a school teacher wearing jeans on a school trip, then yes, all right, call it AI. But we all see through your rubbish.
Yeah.
Stop using the wrong terminology. Like, how long has QuickBooks been in the grief for that, using taxes? We, like, all their adverts, we help you prepare your taxes. No, you help us prepare our VAT return.
Yeah.
Taxes implies a whole conference of problems. Be specific and be honest with your terminology in your marketing and your presentations, and none of this would ever happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done for my rant. I'm going for Christmas.
I got two points to make on this. First of all, I need to shout out. Shout is the wrong phrase. I need to make people aware that our new mortal enemy for us, the accountant.
Not another one.
Well, he deserves it for this comment, right? Ryan Percy, we're calling you out, sir. Because he jumps on this bandwagon and says, I assume that this is QuickBooks Online. A 01 post to the ledger. It doesn't suggest, says Ryan Percy.
That's
4 days ago.
That's just processing bank transactions.
But also, like, yeah, because I mean, he's one that doesn't understand reconciliation. He's made that perfectly clear. We've had the beef with him about it before. It's fine. We'll what we need to do is buy him your book, Steph's book, whoever's book it is, who explains what reconciliation is, and we'll post it in for Christmas.
I'll write a book over Christmas.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Brilliant. But we'll get that into him, and we'll get him to understand what this whole bank reconciliation is, because he clearly needs to understand it, right? But he also needs to understand what QuickBooks does and doesn't do, right? So this whole, I assume QuickBooks as 01 post ledger, but QuickBooks post ledger in the main product, it's been posting the ledger for years, like you've already been saying. I mean, it's not called AI, but it's called bank rules, which is pretty much the same thing. And it's suggested by AI is what comes up with it, because bank rules are now suggested for you to be able to post automatically. And also in the QuickBooks Sole Trader product, it posts every transaction automatically ledger without even blinking an eyelid, right? So sorry, Ryan, we love you, but you got that completely wrong. Okay, so there's that one. But the other one is, yes, like this reconciliation process is great. And like once we figured that terminology, I think everyone's going to be better for it, right? Because it's the customers and the end clients that get the most confused about this, right? When I go and ask them, oh, I need to do a set of accounts for you, but you haven't reconciled your bank, and they go like, well, I have, because I've been clicking this reconcile button in Xero for the past X amount of things. So clearly I've reconciled it. Clearly it's fine. And then when I go, but your bank in Xero says you got £8.6 million and your bank account says you got 400 quid. Something might be a little bit wrong here. You know, reconciliation might not be as good as it needs to be, right? But for me, it just feels like if we get that terminology right and we get it consistent across board, everyone benefits from it, right? The end consumer benefits more than we do, but that's what the most important part of this is. But my biggest argument, like because we're so busy arguing about, well, what is reconciliation when it's this and this and all this, we're missing the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, let's make reconciliation actually, really, really good. Let's put our R&D research. Let's try and find new ways of doing it. Because for me, a good reconciliation isn't just that you can agree from one to the other. It's you can lock it down so that if ever a problem comes back and forth or whatever, you can easily get back to that place, right? We've spent, our clients' money to reconcile up to a position. The least we can do is get to a position where we can get that back to it if ever anything goes wrong, right? We're providing a service to our clients. Let's make sure that we can get back to it and make it easy to get back to. So, yeah. Reconciliation is about making sure you're matching from one to the other, but also let us draw a line on the sand so we can get back to that position easy. That's what a proper reconciliation should be. And there's only one in the industry that's doing that at the moment, right? We need the rest to do that as well and make it better. And we can cool things because, like, as I said in a couple of weeks back, or months back at this point, right? QuickBooks has come and they've made an AI reconciliation tool for us. So it takes that bit and then it uses AI to go through line by line by line and find it for you. That should be industry standard. right? And that should have been industry standard.
Is that AI or is it machine learning? I mean, I think our biggest problem in a lot of this whole thing is caused by stupidity in marketing departments of branding things inappropriately. Like whether you call it machine learning, AI, reconciliation, bank processing, like, all right, bank transaction processing or processing your bank doesn't sound as catchy as reconciling.
Yeah.
But they've got the wrong terminology.
Yeah. But my point is, let's stop arguing over all this. Let's stop having this as the discussion point. Back to Marcus wanting to have, that positivity that's going through. Like, I miss the AAT Positive Mondays. I'd be far more positive about all this if we were talking about this cool new innovative way. Wow, we're reconciling our banks. We're giving confidence to our customers. That's the conversation topic we should be having. Not, well, you've not made it. Yes, you've brought out this new, was it Zero Jax Connect or whatever the new buzzword is, right? That posts your accounts for you. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, great, fantastic, wonderful. But actually, we should be celebrating more than that at this point. Like the bank system, the way we get data from our bank to our software hasn't actually evolved all that much over time, right? Like, yes, we had the advent of real-time information by having bank feeds come in. Amazing. Like
that's 24 hours slow at times.
Yeah, but that should have been the start of a huge curve, right? Like we should be at the top of that bell curve now, right? And we're not. We're stagnating along. We're trying to get these quick wins and these quick things, and when we can't even get the terminology right, for Christ's sake, like let alone get the technology in there to really help our end goal, which is helping our customers. Like that real-time information is great, but it's real-time accurate information that we need, right? And we desire. And we're still kind of fighting over it, and we're trying to one big wins over one, where really we should be so much further ahead than we are. Suzanne says, totally agree. Reconcile. It's not actually reconcile. It's just matching. Thank you, Susanna. Yeah, and that's from an actual bookkeeper with an M before her name. So if she says it's not reconciling, then it's not reconciling, right? She's got the qualifications to prove it. Paul says, is it AI or machine learning? Just as Johann just said there, exactly. Like, what is that terminology? Paul Whitehouse also says, I remember QuickBooks events in 2016 talking about machine learning. Yeah, maybe they should have said AI and they could have been revolutionary at that point, right? QB error check is machine learning, but the VAT agent is certainly more than just a tick box checker that feels like AI. Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison, right? Like the error checker was and still is machine learning, whereas I think the agent error checker does a lot more. And I think comment of the week goes to Catherine, who says, Jax would have got the VAT wrong. Maybe that's what happened. Need I say more?
I feel Morrison's might not use Xero for their books. Just putting it out there.
Can you imagine if that's what happens?
I'm going to go on the assumption that their system's as dated as their tills are. And,
so you're thinking it's less than Xero? Because I was thinking Xero's not enough for them.
I'm thinking 1980s it was us. Just polish off the floppy disk. It's all right.
But if you listen to the Xero fanboys and girls, it would be perfect for Morrison's because you just add on a few apps here and there, right? You add a couple of apps to Xero and it'll be perfect for Morrison's. So just saying, that's what they believe.
I have got to. So I was in the world's longest queue on Friday because at 4:00 on a Friday, that's like the week before Christmas. That's when you post your dad's Christmas present, isn't it? Left that a bit late. To be fair, he got it on Saturday. It was fine. But whilst I was in the post office, which was at the back of a WH Smith's or TJ Jones or whatever it's called now, I've never spent a lot of time in that WH Smith's. I've always gone straight through, very small queue at the post office, done. There for about 20 minutes in this queue. Getting very upset because I was stood next to this shelving unit where they had double entry paper ledgers, cash receipt books, mileage books, the accident reporting book. I'm just going, how are we still selling these? Like, things like this should be taken off the shelf. Like, I'm looking around going, no one in here could buy that and know how to use it. But yeah, like, why are we still selling paper ledgers? It's 2025. I got very upset.
Maybe that should be our plea for 2026. Let's digitalize it all. I mean, make it digital here for a reason, right?
Paper ledgers should be outlawed.
Yeah, that'll be our manifesto if we ever went into politics. I wonder how the ICB community. Oh, I pressed one button there. Sorry. I wonder if it would go through from that. Cool. I have a double entry paper ledger. It doesn't get used very often, but sometimes you got to whip it out a tier cap. Yeah, you do. But can't you do it in Excel these days? Can you? Catherine, I challenge you, Catherine. Catherine, go open up Excel and see if you can replicate a T ledger, a paper ledger as well. See how it goes.
Paper, a ruler, and a pen or a pencil.
You're just adding more work there. I'm trying to save Catherine time. You're there making her draw all these lines and everything. All right, then, people. Thank you so much for this week. Thank you for all the questions and comments.
Do you reckon you could get ChatGPT to generate a T ledger?
Oh, 100%. Now with ChatGPT 5.2, we're not allowed to talk about it, but 5.2 is very good for Excel. Oh, it's good. Oh, although, spoiler alert, Gemini is a better bookkeeper. I've tested it. There's a video coming soon. I've done my testing. Gemini
is it Nano Banana or something? That's very good at image creation.
Oh, image creation. Yeah.
The On Point accounting website and like logo and everything got a complete rebrand about 3 weeks ago after playing on Nano Banana for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I liked it that much. I rebranded everything.
You didn't think about using Image Playground then?
No, because this was before the Image Playground. Oh no, it's not from Apple. No.
Yeah.
I am curious as if I put the same instructions and content into ChatGPT's new image tool that came out last week, would that improve things?
Good comparison. Yeah, but I've been doing content on.
It says something that even people on Fiverr are in trouble.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm doing content on if you put a script, a SOP together of how you would want your bookkeeping to do, and you fed it to the the AI agents of the world, like how does it comprehend it, like what does it do and everything else. ChatGPT did very, very well, very good, but Gemini absolutely smashed it, like literally accuracy, the way it was done, all that sort of stuff. It was brilliant. Paul on the final comment says Excel and Word keeps pushing an AI over when I put it on my PC code. I know, right? Copilot. Are we that impressed with Copilot? I don't know.
You used to love Copilot, don't?
I did. I was a Copilot.
I told you it was the wrong choice.
Yeah, exactly. What is on your Xmas request list? Oh, Kirsty, go on. Yeah, you quickly go first.
So I have decided, having experimented with my notebook for the last year, that I'm going to start de-teching my life to a certain degree. So the Apple Watch is getting replaced with a proper watch because I'm fed up of it vibrating and notifying me of stuff. And my anxiety goes through the roof when I get a notification. I'm one of those people that I can't sit there with a red circle and number 1 in it. I'm not one of those people that sits there with a long oblong thing with 25,000 email notifications. So I've realized it's not good for my mental health to keep getting notified that I've got stuff. So I'm going back to a proper watch. And I'm going to continue my notebook plan for the year ahead. What I have scrapped though is the paper diary. That does not work. In a world where people want to send you invites and stuff, that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at what I carry on me every day, what I use and stuff, and questioning whether is it tech for the sake of tech or does it actually bring value? Yeah.
What's on my Xmas request list? A new co-host who actually embraces tech. No. I mean, come on. We're supposed to be outlawing paper ledgers, not encouraging them. We'll be having a whole watch series on how I actually start liking paper ledgers again. Come with me.
Paper ledgers are wrong. There's a line.
But ASMR for accountants as I do some bookkeeping on paper ledgers.
I still have all my tasks are in Engager.
Yeah.
But when I'm in meetings, I'm writing down tasks, I'm writing down thoughts, and I'm brainstorming on paper. It sparks something in my limited creativity of a mind.
Yeah.
That I've just not been able to replicate on iPads and stuff. So
interesting. Yeah.
It's finding what works for you. And I'd love technology to work for me. And it's what I've realized in the last year is it's not.
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. I think the diary one's the big one, even though Catherine says I have a paper diary too. Do you have to update it on a daily basis? Do you kind of set some time? Let us know, Catherine, of how that works. But my request list, though, is Insta360 have our amazing camera that we both use, and I believe we both use them. But they brought out, and it was a while ago now, I just didn't have time to even consider getting it. But they brought out this little capsule for it where you stick the Insta360 on top of the capsule and it does your audio for you. Now, we didn't really have a use case for that normally, but with everything that's going on and changes that are afoot, there's going to be need for me to do more in-person meetings than ever before. I just think that's the best tool.
I think if you've got a board meeting room,
which we do,
board table, it's sat in the middle where it can go, oh, so-and-so's talking. Oh, so-and-so's talking. Fair play. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a really nice nice addition.
It's because you found the right use case for that technology.
Yeah. Because originally I was like, oh, what's the point in that? I don't get that. I don't understand it. But actually...
We both sat there, didn't we, going, what is the use case for this? This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it kind of dawned on me, actually, that's exactly what I need for my my situation. All right, everyone. Hopefully everybody has an amazing and wonderful Christmas. We'll tell you have a happy new year next week. So we'll skip that.
You can't have one yet. We'll tell you that next week.
Yeah, don't get greedy. But we hope everybody has an amazing Christmas. Go out there, enjoy yourself. Hopefully take some time off as well, like Johann showing there. Like, do it. Like, give yourself that opportunity to decompress, and we promise you'll come back stronger because of it. Have a great Christmas. Have a great everything else. Johann, where can people find you? What you're doing? All that sort of stuff. How do you want to end this show?
I'm literally off for the next 2 weeks in theory, so chilling out, not doing very much, watching Christmas movies, drinking Baileys, eating mince pies, and doing little bits of project work. My favourite way to spend Christmas.
Love that. For myself, it's going to be, can I actually have Christmas Day off this year? Yes or no? We're debating it at this point in time. We're figuring out if I can or not. But no, I'm being facetious. Of course, I will have the one day off. Go through from there. Cheers, everybody. Have a great one. As Catherine so elegantly put, happy Christmas, guys, with an exclamation mark. We'll see you same time, same place next week for another exciting episode of Ask Accountant. It's a bye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
Bye.